teammates as well, 6 apiece. I mean, that is very respectable, along with the, I believe, 1.8 multiplier. That's absolutely incredible out of those guys. So I mean, do it again, right? Like, let's get that one more time. They ended up placing 8th there. It's going to land them that 1.6 multiplier, and that's all you need. 3 more placings and they would have, you know, had about 6 more points. So we'll see where they opt to land here and how they're going to try to replicate that performance.
All right, and I want to hear the comms a little bit on this drop.
Yeah.
Who is making the drop call? Who is leading this team? And how aggressive do they want to be here in the opening minute?
Listen, I'll call out the fight. It's like, we'll go to Zaya after. Martian shit just beggy, bro. It's way too beggy.
Yeah. Like beggy shit.
I think we're contested, by the way.
So Chris, did you hear what he said there? He said, let's
I'll
land
rip.
here and then let's rotate to observatory this time.
Got to go to Zion as step number 2. So Stronghold first. And Nameless, for anyone who's just tuning in on day number 2 for Season 5, why is everyone going for the Strongholds to open up the fight?
Yeah, you get the free UAV, you get your loadout, you get kitted up, and you're just ready to fight almost immediately. And you can see the game knowledge from these guys. Flies down immediately into the water, finds that vault. There's vaults scattered around that have money and guns in it. And now they're going to go into the stronghold, try to capture it, and get their loadout. And they will be absolutely ready for anything coming their way.
And I think a lot of people are enjoying the updates. I'm finding at least $500 anytime there's a pile of cash. There was $2,000, now another $1,200. Some quick looting from Hisoka's going to put him at $3,200. Meanwhile, Ria's already $8,200 ready to hit that buy zone.
Yeah, this team, they know what they're doing, right? Like they're ready. Already find invest. That's the medic vest. We know what that does. A lot different than the last couple of years of Warzone. I actually really like the vest changes that we've got this year.
It's changing things up, that's for sure, and it definitely is making end games more interesting to watch. We take our screen back over to Sensei Swisham, former New York subliner. If you want to sign this lady, she is currently a free agent and a fantastic content creator. Swisham, also known though in game, her gunny has been nasty and her teammates gangstas, and you've causing problems in the gulag. Earlier we saw gangstas picking up an early win.
Yeah, yesterday, Chris, they had a great performance. You know, a team that, you know, people didn't really expect a lot from. They ended up getting 16th place, right? They had 68.8 points. They were only, I think, they were only 16, 17 points away from breaking into that top 10. So today they started off a little bit slow, only 8 points in that first game, but still a lot of drops left.
We got to go over to our friends on Team Wars. This is a look at King AJ, Wars, and Prodigy. King AJ on our screen, and we didn't watch a lot of his perspective, but this is the guy who wants to get up close. You can see today he's rocking the Vel MP7, ready to do a little bit of short-range damage here, Nameless, and he was hitting the headshots, especially on the stairways.
Yep, absolutely. He was frying yesterday. We talked about standout performers. All 3 of these guys dropped 20+ kills. They had a great day, and also today they're playing good once again. They had themselves a 20-point game in round number 1. And they had that boost. I think it was the 12 points to start it off. So they're in 3rd place right now, starting off good, but they do need to put up a big performance here to try to overtake 1st and 2nd.
And it looks like they're going to go for a bounty, trying to get that easy UAV at least on one player. Let's take our screen over to Desmond. Desmond,
nice.
Nico, and Crowder, and it's Desmond winning his gulag already, though. Nico needs to be bought back. He lost his gulag. He is down and out, waiting on Crowder to get to that buy zone.
Dude, chat, Chris, you as well. I don't know about you guys, but like, I can't game in the pure darkness. Like, I just can't do it.
No?
Desmond's room looks so dark. Dude, like, that cannot be good.
It all depended if mom was awake or not, you know?
I like the little ambient lighting that Breadman's got going on.
There you go.
It's a good gaming vibe. And
You got some pink flow, a little blue in the back.
Yeah, he's hunted 2-star. They're on his heels. He's gonna have to make some moves.
Get off me, bro. He is taking pop shots in the back. No more plates. And he's out of cash. So it's him and Valid trying to get over his teammate to look over him. And a player standing still isn't punished enough. Breadman just a little bit shallow on that headshot.
Do you see this? This is bounty versus bounty, I think.
Stairs in front of me. Okay.
I think they have a bounty on each other. They're so close.
I'm here for it. Well done, devs.
LTV behind me.
This is fantastic.
This team's gonna like follow me up. Do you have a smoke you can throw towards me?
He's getting pinched.
Yeah.
camping in these little
Shout out to
areas.
G4 Baller, feeling the Sunday vibes a little bit early this weekend.
I'm watching them.
Valid hands working
You
with
dealers?
Breadman. It looks to be a 2v2. We haven't seen exactly who's on the other side of this fight, but things have definitely slowed down. Valid, though, stepping in, and he is going to pick up
Nice.
the first pick. Breadman taking those shots, continuing from behind, and it's going to be Limax also in the mix.
I don't know why he left the building. Maybe just,
That's unlucky, bro.
I don't know, a lapse in judgment there. They find the kill. He saw the car behind him lurking. Ends up leaving and just free kill for the opposition. We'll see how they bounce back. But here we go. Sage already down.
All right, this is Team Biffle. Top scorers in our first drop, 38.4, right above Hisoka team's 38. And a big reason for it was Shifty's performance. He picked up 12 eliminations, has his gulag still available, it looks like, so he and Biffle feeling very confident on this rotation. They're still looking to get Sage back in the mix, though, Nameless.
Yep. Rotating over towards that loadout. Luckily for them, it's just dropped straight ahead southeast. Looks like they opted for a Rohan oil drop, which I just simply can't co-sign. But they're making their best here. Gonna navigate through, and hopefully Sage wins that gulag. He can get out and grab his loadie.
I'll grab that.
Shifty finding the 3-plate medic vest, calling it out. Biffle's gonna snag it, and they're on the move.
They got some money.
Making their way to
Chris.
the buy zone. The question is, who's waiting for him here? There's got to be at least one team nearby, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like a strategy. Kind of, you just like lurk the buys, right? Just wait for kills. And Brawlik's team and Sage taking him out. Sage down.
Believe
Safety's
finding
running.
MZ as well.
Sage teammate running
So
right
the
here.
trio
All right, we gotta play these other guys.
splitting against two different teams in the moment.
I heard you. I'm looking at your cross, but kind of.
Yeah, Buzz a little bit
Alright.
far out
You're
there.
good. He's on the roof.
Kind of by himself. He needs to play a little reserved.
They might
Information
be-
coming
might
in
be
from
second
Brawlik. I think after you just killed that player, you maybe can make a push here. You see that drone down. Maybe you opt to throw that drone in there and get more information whilst coordinating a push.
I have money for.
Team Brawlik was in our top 10. That earned them 10 points coming into day 2. Currently sitting at 18.4. A very, very slow start. Only an 8.4 performance in game number 1. We go to his teammate Intex. And if you're looking for a fragger, this might be the guy to watch on the squad.
100%. Streak coming in. Also drops a streak on their position as well. So it's
come
about to
on
get
in.
really mixy. Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Brawlik
Brawlik
gets knocked.
falls.
What
And
the-
there is that player they're hunting for. Intex is going to get rid of Bubble.
Nah, Bubble, listen. We gotta talk, man. Like
You
you gotta
hiding there?
have some confidence, my brother.
Yeah, you guys all tell them.
Like at that point, like just take the fight, bro.
Yeah, at least aim at head height.
There.
Yeah, like, he's just
Center
looking
your
at the
gun,
ground.
bro. Center your gun. He's getting ready for the new slides. That's all it was. Back over to Intex as he is making some chaotic calls. Let's go ahead and crank up the comms with this team. They are still fighting at least one squad, if not two, for the moment.
So you just buy like a UE and
glass?
so
Is that one you
Yeah.
have?
I think I broke glass.
No, we're not by you. You want to buy a UE?
It sounded far.
Yeah,
I mean,
Buy UE and buy so. You might want to buy 2 and buy so.
you're fighting up in cave.
Yeah, see that.
We're still
And then
fighting
these
over
for half
here.
your money for me.
I'm gonna loot the island.
All right, so Nameless, we came over here to Team Biffle playing with Shifty and Sage once again. Sage got picked off in that earlier fight. Looks like he drops back to the
fighting
trio,
out here.
and they're just hanging out in the middle of the circle, loving life. They've called out a few locations of enemies firing, but what's the game plan from here? Looks like UAVs were being prioritized.
Blue chest.
Yeah, so one, you get kitted up, everybody gets back, you grab your loadout, and then you can decide to make a push. So they're a pretty central circle at this point in time, but they know that there's players over towards oil, and they know like the focus points that are on the map. It's all about deciding where you want to push and hold people, because when you're kitted like this, you know players are going to be rotating on in. So you got to find somewhere to go hold if you want to pick up those kills. They do have the leeway to sort of like take their time in this game because they know that they dropped a bomb game 1, right, Chris?
Yep.
So you can sort of take your time. You don't have to force anything. So as it stands right now, you hear it, they're calming. Like, let's just set up on the other side. Let's go hold people. And I think that's the exact right strategy.
And I'm looking at Shifty's perspective for the first time. Great that we were able to find his stream. If you guys want to check him out, feel free to go drop a follow. After he drops 12 kills in game number 1, he's still sitting on 0. So looking for that first team engagement to go their way. Team Biffle off to a slow start, but Team Intex, Brolic still getting mixy here. Brolic on the ground again as Intex comes in for the cleanup.
Huge. He finds the kill. The armor's cracked on the opponent and gets the 2-piece. Unfortunately, couldn't get 3, but that was a massive play.
And gulags are still available, right? So life is good.
Yep.
The trio getting early picks. That's 3 on Intex. I saw Believe in the kill feed at least twice. We'll get an official update from the admins, but first let's show you the Germans. It's Pentagon on your screen.
I guess, yeah.
Trying to regroup with the rest of his teammates who are already up the hill.
Yeah, a top 10 finish there in that last game as well in terms of points with the buffer from yesterday. So still sitting in a pretty good spot. Has the vehicle. And yesterday what we saw later in the game, especially TBE, Chris, was people using the vehicle for the misdirection. We'll see if that comes into play throughout these drops. But loadout's going to get dropped down and they're going to get kitted up.
And there you can see the little duo work of Pentagon and Pace. Fuzzin seemed to be playing the perimeter while the other two were working inside together, and that carried them to a top 10 performance on day number 1. The team never really dropped over 25 points in a single game, though, Nameless. This is a squad that's looking to add up consistent scores over time.
Yeah, they're looking to add up some scores here, and we'll check back in with them in a bit. Here's FIFA Kill Squad. Once again, just FIFA's one shot in the mix. All have self-res as well.
That's rated squad. So getting revenge against Team Aydan.
Yeah. Don't let him climb roof. Yeah.
That's big, man.
Back-to-back drops that these teams are fighting kind of before we get down to the top 25 teams.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're Biffle Squad or Wars and these guys are sitting close to the top, the more that those teams can fight, the better, right? You want them to fight each other, bleed out resources, take each other out, put you in a better spot for success as the heavy hitters.
This is Oak on your screen once again.
He's running. He ran.
We mentioned it earlier, 45 kills on day 1, currently sitting on 5 in drop 2.
They all flew off.
Love the messages in chat that we're seeing. Also for the guy who just said you need a 4090 Ti, you do not need that to play this game.
My 2080 looks great. It doesn't hurt though if you do got that 490.
Guys trying to see in the next dimension.
6K, baby.
Right? Here we go. Let's show Wars some love. He's been so consistent. The squad has been playing great. He's already racked up 4 kills with 90 left in the game. You can only imagine what the rest of the team is doing.
One of the nicest dudes in the game as well. He was posting on social yesterday after his team's matches. He just bought a house with his lady. The family moving in. That stream room is looking primo, my bro. So congratulations leveling up as a human. I'm still yet to do that. I'm almost 40 years old without a home, Nameless.
Yes, it's not a great time to get one, but it might be different over where Wars is living.
Market's a little rough. All right, let's take a look at another close-range battle. AJ by himself.
He's on 4. They're on 8 combined.
And Prodigy now able to back him up. So plates are at a minimum. But the fights are staying intense, and that is Wars chiming in with AJ. Everyone getting mixy in the darkness. I believe they came out on top of this team fight, though. That's Zund on the losing end of that fight.
Yeah, I mean, that guy was just, martyrdom right there. He's just running at him. Does end up trading, but I think it was worth it. That's not a team wipe, though, Chris. So there's more here.
Yeah, Huskerrs is the last one. You got Zund and Maddie.
Wait, rest on me, rest.
All right, where you at, Huskerrs? Looks like
shots.
Wars is going to find Shifty. So that's a Team Biffle squad in the mix somewhere.
Okay, so this is a great ad for MP7. I might be switching to this.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just count this for a second.
And that's with the barrel on, too, I believe. So
Yeah, he did.
players are getting more comfortable with the barrel on day 2.
Look at this nerdy play. What was that movement?
Just getting that high ground, a little peeky.
Wait, we still got enough for his rest?
Yeah. Do have that snapshot. Maybe toss that, try to get info here, but these gulags are just so stressful, man. These are not normal gulags, guys.
You do not want to get caught with your pants down. Full
You're
blind,
playing-
but that explosion's going to keep his opponent back. The headshot
no.
to start, but it's Maddie, who he just fought against inside, getting revenge.
Dude, these guys, and he put up the scoreboard. Chris, they're on 15. 15
Nur einer am Stopp.
already. That's huge.
Nur einer links am Stopp. Du machst runter ran, wir gehen eine Drohne vor uns holen.
Yo, shout out to Romantico in the chat. Has a 4090 and a house. Romantico, do you have a gunny though? Can you hang with these bros? Let's take a look at Pace.
Der ist tot von dem anderen.
Using that
shout out.
selfie.
Ich hab alle
Shout out to
alle
Fuzz, and he
die ganze
followed me on Twitter this morning. He must
Yeah?
have went back and watched it yesterday. We were gassing up his name.
Heck yeah.
Now I'm a supporter.
I'm buying a Fuzz in Jersey. We're going to Germany. We're going to watch him
Dude, I'm with
live.
it.
Ich glaub, der links liegt,
Yeah, I'll go to Gamescom.
I was going to say, October's coming up. I hear they have some fun over there.
Hey, der kommt.
Yeah, it's a blast.
I've
Here we
seen a
go.
little bit of this
Engagements
map.
Er wird Wasser gehen.
Engagements in Hydro. Look at the mini map. How many people are here? This
Oh
is
my
a scary
goodness.
fight to challenge, Chris. I don't know if you go for this.
They're trying to hold the spawns with 6 players back here. All right, let's go.
That
Buzzing's
P3
starting to push.
rotation.
And it's a lot of honors, it looks like. A whole bunch of people in the water or just on the edge. And a wise decision here by Team Pentagon to back down. Smokes are out to cover him on the move. This team's playing very strategic, and I like it so far, Nameless. I'm looking for more kills, though. Pentagon, with only 75 players left in the lobby, still without a kill.
Yeah, that is a bit concerning, but I will say, positioning-wise, they're in a pretty good spot. Right here, this is where you really have to decide not to chase, right? You have the information on them, the circle, you have the advantage. Take your time, lay some damage, and then push. A lot of you guys can learn from that. If you lay damage, then you can get ready to engage, especially when your player is still coming back in. So,
Right.
take your time here. He's got a flag on
holding
his
the
back.
flag, I was going to say. Can't get more obvious.
Links kommt Challenge.
Man is talking smack, and he is baiting. Believe is going to be picked apart by the duo. And we talked about it, that Pace Pentagon push together.
Yeah, I mean, that was well done. I mean, they're taking some damage here, but, you know, it's just all misdirection to get that trade. Now look at the amount of loot that they have at their disposal. You just use your positioning, man. A lot of teams might have chased that there, but they don't force and they get the kills.
After getting the first pick, they were able to wipe the remaining 2. So that's 3 more kills going towards Team Pentagon, who entered the day in 8th place. They had that 10-point advantage, only an 8-point performance in game number 1, but way stronger already in drop number 2.
And Romanico confirms in chat he absolutely cannot hang with these guys in this lobby.
Thank you, Romanico. The man doesn't lie. I got mad respect for this.
But yeah, I mean, the comms are flowing on all these teams as we watch them regain from that last fight. $21,000 for first place, 75K prize pool. Absolutely insane day of Warzone. First to 150. Teams trying to string together some kills.
Excited German calls. They just hit different. I'm all about these comms. All right, grabbing the vest and getting back inside the zone.
Ich mach.
They're just going to play the edge here for a while as Team Pentagon. Let's go over to the action as Team Hisoka is going to find their captain on the ground. He'll be dropping back in. Meanwhile, his teammates also in the sky. Skullface really the only one on land in position to do anything, and he is going to get murked. So, Rias, good luck getting the squad back together.
Well, there's a load out there, so he can grab his guns as long as nobody's camping it. But
Right?
this circle's about to be worrisome, Chris. I mean, it's going to be in between that river there, and there's going to be players rotating in from all different sides as the circle is pulling central, not on a coast. So this is going to be a bit scary. You can see that mini map. I mean, that's horrific. That mini map does not look great.
Valid, Limax, and Breadman going up against Unrational and Foreign Jace, I believe. And we're going to see what's going down in this fight. Actually, Unrational, he's going to be in a comfortable position here. They saw the fighting going down at Hydro, and this team is just going to sit back and pick people apart with range. They got the TAC V, the new weapon of choice, in action here, Nameless.
Absolutely, and he's got rounds for days, 300, might have more in the backpack, laying down some shots. They didn't connect with any, but just trying to do some damage, hoping some teams get taken out. They do have a decent amount of kills right now, 4 on Unrational, so the more teams get taken out, the better, as that multiplier is starting to kick in.
Look at the beams. That thing does not move. Otter calling out a few players closer, but Unrational has his eyes on the fight in the smoke. Everyone's got to be weak.
You got a row. I heard you.
Well, they have to rotate, and there's teams behind them pushing them in. This is actually not a great situation because there could be teams on the hill behind them as well. So you kind of have to make this fast.
I was going to say, you double back on the team behind you first, right?
Absolutely. You try to kill these guys, but it has to be quick. Even if you spread them thin and take out one or two, you need to do that before you start to rotate.
All right, well, here's the challenge. Gary, aka Unrational, getting the first shots, and it looks like Jace will get a knock on Nofo. Look at the flip. The double shot of Unrational and Otter just forcing players off the mountain.
Yeah, and they're the guys that are just ruining the situation for everyone here. I mean, that's a team fight that we were seeing on the hill. The smokes are already popped. They're third-partying that, and now they're just dipping on out. This is played great right now if they can get behind these rocks.
Yeah, I'm gassing this. Yeah.
All right, Tac V still in action, mounted or not. Gary's been beaming with it, and you can see Jace is the one in the kill feed scoring. That was Pentagon finally cut down, so the rotation from Hydro officially over. The whole team is going to get wiped.
Yeah, they chase these kills down low into this gully, but there's going to be teams rotating into their right from that hill, potentially too. So right here is where they really have to get out of dodge. You don't want to keep engaging. Try to get to a spot and play your life. It looks like players are getting taken out. Unrational trying to finesse in the water.
And really, you got to survive for at least 2 more teams. You got to finish top 10 for that 1.6 multiplier instead of the 1.4. He is going to get cut down, so it's going to be up to his teammates. Let's go over to Limax. Team Breadman still in a fight.
11 right now on Limax, absolutely frying with supreme positioning.
Top 10.
The gas mask dropped. Let's hear these comms, Chris. Do you hear these guys?
Yeah, let's crank it up and listen in. This is Team Breadman going for their first dub of the tournament.
If anything, we can play that side of the wall too.
Alright, let's go do it. Let's go do it right now. Let's go do it right now.
Well, like on this ridge, the ridge. Can we play the ridge?
Come on, bridge. Come on, It's 2, 100% 2, 100% 2.
Yeah, they're pushing.
Warning.
Down.
He's gonna hit me, he's gonna hit me.
Any other guys like in zone? Yeah,
He's on the top right.
Live weak.
This guy's gonna come behind us. I'm watching behind us.
Flying down. Right. Top right.
They're fighting DBZ. That Zlaner down, Destroy down. The last one is Clutch Belk.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, that's so tough. They had good position, but there was a guy on the other side of the wall. It was Mutex, so they couldn't hop it. So they get pinched.
Get it self.
I got it.
Mutex, a player we haven't seen a lot of, who is always talked about by the community. Love him or hate him, he's an entertainer. And one of the first to showcase the controller cam.
Yep.
One of the innovators of the scene. And he ain't cheating today, Nameless. He's showing his monitor as well.
Facts. He's like, I'll show everything. I'm also #1 ranked
in the world.
See me.
I'm about to be close on the house.
And he's ready to go. He's got that durable. Trying to make it over towards the new zone. He has gaining quick ground, so actually might have an advantage. There's for sure people in this room.
I know.
Rated, of course, taking the #1 spot last season. Mutex in Season 5 will take the #1 position and ranked as of now. If you want to follow the man, twitch.tv/Mutex. Go show him some love.
Right now, they're in a great spot. These guys are going to have to leave. I mean, your durable's gone, though. You just used it. They rotated in from zone. There's people behind them.
2 teams to beat. 1 team to beat. Last squad here. And you're, in theory, up a man, but that player's on the ground.
Huge plays by Mutex. He got through. They did not see him. He might have just made the play.
And here he is, though.
No, man.
He gets caught, and he is going to get gunned down. The opportunity was there, unable to clutch up, though, as the shots are pure on the other side.
What a play, man. If he got there a second earlier while they were still fighting his teammates, he potentially gets those kills. But I got to tip the play there, man. Trying to get around. It was great.
I gotta see that final fight again if we can. That was pretty nutty. Mutex's perspective first.